Magnificent morning. Sun shining. We've had this wind been going all night. It should have dried this track out a fair bit, I reckon. So we're going to give it a crack today and see what it's like. It's actually a glorious day today, isn't it? We've pretty much a howling wind all night. It stopped raining earlier on last night. The track should be pretty good. I'm hoping. Quite difficult to change gears, these bladders. Really only do it standing up. Alright, this is actually unrideable. I need to get these bladders further forward. But this crossing has been the subject of much discussion as well. We've been watching a river level gauge that's close by. If the river's up, you can't get across. Definitely ain't much water in it. This is the stuff we were worried about last night, because if this had rain on it, it'd be all over. You'd never get through here, but I don't reckon they've had any rain at all, so this is really good. There's some little soft spots in all this. Actual Simpson Desert Regional Park now. This is the K1 line, more than likely named by a mining company. The K1 line runs north to south through the Simpson, and off that is the rig road. We'll see a bunch of bikes, so we are at the rig road intersection now. First sand dune.
Quick ball up?
I didn't think so, but he stopped and he's off the bike. What's going on up that hill there?
Hit the dirt. Hit the dust. Yeah, just when you come over, go further out to the right. Just a bit bumpy on the downhill, okay, just over the top.
Oh, I've taken like 4 litres out of this bladder and I can change gears. That's pretty awesome. The guys reckon there'll be a couple of these dunes and then we're kind of back into the clay pan stuff again. It's a bit crappy, isn't it? It's alright, we're done. Through that one. It's June 2. Called the rig road because this is what they use to bring the mining rigs into the desert, and they chose this probably because there's fewer sand dunes, but all these clay pans, they pushed the clay out of the clay pans and capped all the dunes. But obviously over time, that all falls to bits, breaks up, and now you're left with kind of what you can see on the right there, erosion and all that. Go on the right hand side. Yeah.
Like the grab or pull. Get the clutch.
We're out. Two down, or is that three? The first dunes are always the hardest. You haven't got your sand legs. Bikes are fully loaded with gear and fuel. So it's a bit of a shock to the system. Ships of the desert, camels. It's just amazing, this desert. It is so green. As far as you can see up these clay pans, I mean there's pools of water I can see up there, and it's just green, green everywhere. Camel prints in the riverbed there. Drop there. So it's about 4 o'clock in Arvo. We were trying to get to Knowles Track, which is about 40 k's from here, and yeah, we just got to keep a bit of an eye on people. Some people are getting a bit worn out. I'm pretty good still. I'm enjoying this track actually through the desert. This is quite a lot different to the French line. The French line is a lot of sand, like everything we're on now would be sand. It's always chopped up just with the amount of traffic that's on it. Whereas this doesn't seem to get much traffic. So we've seen one car today. Yeah, like the sand is really only on the very tops of these dunes. The run-ups are all pretty hard packed, so it's all pretty easy, relative to the French line, which is just sand, 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 more sand. So I'm finding this pretty good fun. I found pointing it straight, just blast over the top of those little bits seems to work pretty good. Better than trying to do a turn.